I think one of the hardest questions that successful women may be dealing with in this day and age is how to be successful and be successfully married. Because it seems as though the more successful a woman is, it seems as though, like I said, the more it is for some men to be able to comprehend how to even start I don't how to even start navigating doing life with this person. And a lot of times successful in this context really is always speaking about women with fame, women who have fame and whose work is really out there, and also women with top roles in organization that needs a lot of their time. So stories have been shared that, this was been happening. I'm enjoying my work. I'm a top manager in this organization. I tried to get into this and that relationship, but it just didn't work out. The men were expecting me to be home by 8 p.m. cooking amala and, all of these things that in the past and the previous years and centuries past were maybe expected. But now, when you have a woman working as a top executive for a product that needs to come out in the next 3 days, coming home by 12, 12 midnight, or finishing that online virtual meeting by 12 midnight. Where do you want to see her by 8 p.m. to be cooking you amala? We're going to address all that in this video. I'm Sage Nell. Welcome and welcome back to SAGENEL TV. I've got a lot of things in the link in my description, so please do well. You want to do well to make sure that you check out the link in my description. Don't just go and come. Check the link in the description, like this video, and also share your comments, share your thoughts. Be a part of it now. You're a part of it. It's you I'm talking to, so be a part of the conversation. Share your thoughts, share topics you also want me to talk about. So, how can you be successful and be successfully married in the 21st century? This is really going to run as an unintended series because it's one I'm going to continue to talk about for a long time because it's one of the things I do. It's what I do. I help you as a successful woman meet and marry your husband, proving to you that you can be successful and be successfully married too because it is the truth. It's not a myth. It's not a nice idea that want to be sold through marketing. People are living that life. I am living that life. People have lived that life and people are going to live that life. The question is, are you going to be a part of those people? So, yes, complaints about men continually not being able to handle strong women, popular women, successful women. And there's a conversation of me, I'm not going to bend for any man. Oh, hey, I'm not going, and the conversation goes on and on and on. Once I see the start of such conversations, I already almost already know how it's going to end. And I will start with the fact that your point is valid, your feelings are valid, and what you are saying is very reasonable, actually. Because you first of all in life, the process of meeting and marrying your husband should start with you meeting your creator, God, knowing who he is, knowing what he has for you. The next step now comes to meeting yourself, knowing your value, and then living it out. Part of the way of the part of the process of meeting yourself is also expressing yourself, and you express yourself through the roles and the businesses and all the other things that you're doing currently on earth that is helping you to show forth God's glory before you then now meet and marry your husband. Or some people do it while it depends on how young a person gets married or whatever the case may be. But those processes are important. The meeting yourself should precede getting before you get married. But that's the what I want to say, however, is that meeting yourself, self-discovery is not a there's no destination, it's a lifelong journey. So it's not a you're not to the question. Let me just answer the question: how long should I meet myself? Blah blah blah. Is a lifelong journey. So you have these concerns as a successful woman, and you are wondering, would there be anyone for me? I mean, I've tried dating Dari, I've tried dating Chidi, I've even tried dating Usman. But it's the same thing. They all want me home by 7 p.m. They want me rushing. They want me to do all of these things. It's not realistic because while that is, I would love to do that in their timing. I also need to attend to this because I'm also interested in making impact globally. Like I said, this is going to be like a serial conversation, but we're just getting started with this. So, no, all answers regarding this may not necessarily be answered in this video, but we're going to answer foundational. We're going to set the foundational precedent, and you should be subscribed and turn on your notification so that you can continue to see what I'm saying regarding this. So, don't zoom in and zoom off. Continue to see what I'm saying regarding this topic. What I have found out regarding successful single women that are having problems with men getting committed to them or married with them that are not feeling intimidated is that the successful woman or the women, they themselves continue to put their eyes on the wrong kind of men. As in, this is the part where you stand up now and you amplify your voice and you do some mic drop moments. But I'm serious about what I'm saying, and I've addressed this in different ways through shots, through write up. I don't try. Stop looking at men that cannot, that seem, a lot of these times, these men seem like they've gotten it all together, but they don't. Because it's the CEO. So this is what you guys do, you women do, successful women. You look because it's the CEO of the next conglomerate, and you guys met in this powerful meeting of the top 3% in your industry. So therefore, he can be your husband. Honey, he's good at what he does. It doesn't mean he has the capacity yet to be your husband, or it doesn't mean it fits being your husband. Let's stop making it look as if, oh, it's all about the men. The men have their own part. Oh. The men have their own parts. Don't even, let's not talk about it. Let's not pretend as if that doesn't exist. And I continue to speak about these issues. I have conversations with men. If you sit down with my YouTube videos and my YouTube channel, you will know what I'm talking about. So I have very balanced conversation. That's one thing that you will know. I'm very balanced in my conversation. So stumbling on one of my videos is not enough. You need to see the work I've been doing for years. But many times, back to what I'm saying, you continue because you are the CEO of your top company. He's the CEO of the conglomerate. You guys had this top 3% meeting. You had drinks later, and then you're beginning to like each other. He's tall, he has the money, he can, that trip, those trips you need to go on 4 times a year. You can handle it. You guys have even spoken about how you're gonna have cleaners and all that. So you people are not fighting about should I cook, should I not cook? You've passed that. But like, guy wants you to be at home. He does not want you to travel as much as you need to. He wants you to do this. He wants you to do that. He wants you to. Yeah, there's some things that he's allowing, but you guys are picture perfect. But like, you continue to struggle because it's like, oh, I want to do this, but the guy is like, no, but this is what I want, because he's also a boss, and it's like, don't bring that boss attitude here, which you shouldn't. By the way, you should know how to differentiate your work from getting into your home. But understand that, don't miss what I'm saying, don't mix up what I'm saying, but understand that this person is expecting you to, and which, by the way, many women don't know how to do. We need to do a video on how to do that switch. So that you don't know how to do that switch, but that one is even your own. The guy is, you are expecting that, but you saw me or you met me as a CEO of an organization. But why are you wanting to treat me like a housewife? It's because, first of all, I don't know the full story that of your own current situation, but I know that many of what men want in women are different. Yeah, they are different. So I'm talking to you. Stop judging the man by the status. I don't know how I go take talk am again. Women continue to do this, and you continue to hurt yourself. Stop assuming that it's because the CEO of a conglomerate is going to be able to take care of of a family with a busy wife and 3 children. It's not really necessarily so. The men that some of you are going to get married to, that is going to be your right fit, it may not even be on social media. Nobody may know him. But the problem is, successful women continue to feel like their husband too has to be a Lagos socialite or Abuja socialite or New York socialite. Call your country and your city where you reside, or Port Harcourt socialite, or somewhere. What so many places feel like, the person too has to be happening. The person may not be happening like you, but it must be happening. Do you know who the husband of this person, of you are? So those are the things you are thinking of first, and inadvertently, those are the decisions that are driving you towards those men that are not right for you. So this is not to, so this how to be successful and successful in marriage. This is not to now say that, you are not going to marry a man that is not adding any value, or because you are a top successful woman who doing and holding her own down and all that, so therefore you have to go and look for a man that is not holding anything down. I mean, if you are thinking like this, you get problem. But anyways, I'm just clarifying that that's not the point. But what I'm trying to say is, the capacity of a man, you cannot know the capacity of a man just by the status or by the office that he holds. Do you know how many, at the time of recording this, do you know how many tech guys stories in Nigeria precisely have said, oh, they are fraudulent, they got this, and they compromised, they stole the company's money, did that. Many, maybe not even just in Nigeria, other places as well. So people are thinking these guys have an idea. These guys have brought up a great solution that is helping change the world and helping to ease out solution. These guys are controlling money and maybe people to go with it, because yeah, I mean, people are working for them, people love them. They're like the big boys. People are talking about them in TV shows, on TV shows, and using them as examples. So what women do is they think that, oh, automatically this guy has character. Husband material, 52 yards. But no, who told you because he's a tech lord and is in the top 3% of the industry, is husband material? But that's the mistake you continue to make. So you want to control your appetite, and you want to control, have a greater control on your attraction. Don't be dashing out your attraction due to status. I know it can be easier to see a person who matches into your lifestyle, especially financially and status wise, and just feel comfortable. But if you're going to choke yourself there, what was that about? And this doesn't mean that people with high status, two people with high status cannot get married. That's not what I'm saying, no. Ehen. But what I'm saying is, it is not all. That's not what you use to judge the capacity of a good husband. So stop it. Continue to do it. And how can you judge the ability of a good husband, a guy who can actually marry you, nurture you, care for you? I've gone. That's why, so be glued to my channel. I continue to talk about. I'm not going to talk about it in this video because I've spoken about it countlessly in different videos. So look for, sit down, feast on this YouTube channel, and get the answers that you need. And you yourself, as a successful single woman looking to get married in the 21st century successfully, as I start to wrap up this video, you also want to make sure that you're learning about the principles that make marriage last. Understand that the man that you're going to get married to is the head of the home. So if you are going to judge him that because he's not popular outside, you're not going to respect him, please don't give that man stress, because women nowadays are giving men stress. So you can't respect him because he's not popular, or you are not going to, then leave it, don't marry him. All right. But you should also know the things that make marriage work. And you should know that sacrifices are important, are a very important part. You cannot be doing things the way you were doing as a single person, just carry badge or waka. So sometimes there's some travel trips that you both will discuss, and it's like, it's just not working for us at this time. I know that many times when people hear this thing, they're very quick to be judging us online on Instagram, very quick with their keypads. But these are the things that some of these women did. They will never, some people will never mention it until they go to their grave. There's a particular woman now, everybody's calling her for interview. It was when she wanted to get married. I've done an interview with her, so I can even call her name. Her name is Modukpe Hehirim. So go and look for her video on my channel. Now everybody's calling her Mommy Mo. They're calling her, they're learning from her about marriage. When Mommy Mo was going to get married, she wanted to go for a PhD. And then the husband was waiting for her. And then he said, if you leave for school, I'm not going to marry you. Yeah, I say it again. It's in the video. It's on the video. If you leave for school, so go and watch it. Go and watch it. Run, go and watch the video. If you leave for school, like before you get back, I would have been married because I want to get married now. Long story short, she didn't do that PhD. Can she do the PhD at the time of this record? She can still do it. I don't think she bothered doing it anymore. And maybe who knows, before she goes to mid course, she will even be given an honorary in this generation of honorary PhD. She may even be given that. But at least at the time I recorded, I had a conversation with her. She had not done a PhD still, and she was over the age of 60. Still is over the age of 60 at the time of recording this. But yeah, but how many people want to have that conversation? They feel like, oh, he's so old in the, but yeah. But it was like, so she decided to get married to him. I was like, okay, I won't do the PhD anymore. Can you do that? Anyways, I brought that example to say that think of your life. There's a funny stuff video. They say think about your life. Don't just be looking at what the power women group of Instagram are saying, and you are making decision from a place of external conversations and convictions, things that they're probably not even practicing in their private life. So sad. Think about, what do you want 20 years from 20 years is too far, 10 years from now, 7 years from now. What would I be happy, what would I be happy with? Some people are going to be happy single. You may not be. This is not about lowering your standard. This is about reasonable sacrifices. When Modupe Heirim, popularly called Mommy Mo, was looking to make that decision, she was going to go to the UK already for a PhD. She probably thought about the long term of her life, and she said, what would I be happy with in the next XYZ years? And she decided, okay, I want to be married. I can always get the PhD later. That's how she probably thought about it. And right was she? Was she right? Boy, was she right? She was so right about that. So you are going to make sacrifices. He's also going to make sacrifices. I know successful single women, they don't like to hear about their own parts. They want the man to make sacrifices. He will and he should. You will and you should. It's a two-way street. It's not a one-person affair. And no, when the sacrifices are happening, when there's a trip you might not go on, when he has to maybe stay back to look at the babies, when he has to stay a night or two without you, or whatever sacrifice you are going to make while making your marriage work as busy people, you want to appreciate each other and you want to focus on where you both are going. Stop looking at what your neighbor is doing, what your neighbor did not do, what your auntie did, what your uncle did. No, all of those things that people do that just doesn't make sense. Because you can be successful and successfully married in this 21st century and beyond, but we need to know, you need to use a lot of wisdom. The way things were is not the way things are. This is why conversations like this is even happening. That's why there's SAGENEL, the Meet Your Husband coach, and everything in between. So please, I will stop here so I don't open up another train of thoughts and not close it out. But I want you to put into practice all that I've just shared and ask me questions. It is possible that there are some things that you didn't understand with what I've shared. Put it in the comments. Share this video with at least 2 people. Like, subscribe, turn on the notification. I will see you in my next video, but there are so many videos that you haven't watched that you need to watch on the journey to meeting and marrying your husband. So stay tuned, take your time, have a party here, have a feast, and gain and grow in wisdom. You'll meet and marry your husband, and you definitely will nurture and grow that family as ordained by God for you and your husband and your children. Thank you so much for watching.